What's good, people? It's your boy Twale here to bring you a Kingdom review for chapter 534 entitled Until Sunset. This chapter was pretty good, but relatively simple. The way I see it, it can be broken down into three parts. The two rallying points, which is the Haishin unit and Rikusen, Moten and the remnants of the Mako Army HQ, and then Kisui and Bate. Basically, the Zao, the response of the Zao. Now, at the rallying points, we have Shin and Kyokai on the right side, and then we have Rikusen, which is Moten's lieutenant, on the left side. Now, throughout the battle and throughout the resurrection of the Mako forces, Moten had been directing cavalry reinforcements to Shin and Kyokai side, to the right side. This way, when they were pursued by Bate, like Moten and Ten were both thinking he would pursue, they were able to use the cavalry to lure Bate away from the center and the left field of the battle. This way, he wasn't able to reinforce Kisui at any given time. On the left side of the battlefield, where Rikusen was, most likely they were getting infantry reinforcements since the bulk of the cavalry were going to Shin and Kyokai. But later on throughout the battlefield, they also got reinforced by the remainder of the 3,000 of the Gakukai unit, which is probably on the back end of the mountain from where they previously was attacking Kisui. So they reinforced Rikusen at the left side, and from there they was able to wipe out most of the left side, which forced Kisui to finally get down from the hill and get into action. At the Mako HQ, Moten is just basically showing us why he's a candidate for general, and later on will be a candidate for great general, why he's just a beast. Because not only, like Ten mentioned, he was able to smoothly take over the entirety of the Mako army, but he was also able to revitalize their morale, get them back into fighting shape, formulate a strategy, all while in the middle of chaos. It speaks volumes for his character. Finally, we come to the Zao response. And basically, Bati chooses to attack the Haishin unit to get revenge for Ryuto instead of attacking the Mako HQ because Mako was no longer at the HQ. Me personally, I would have attacked the HQ because after seeing the spark and, the change in the men, I would have wanted to stop whoever was the cause of that. But he went after revenge and he went for the Haishin unit, which ultimately led him into a trap. This forced Kisui to come down from the hill from his advantage up top. So he had to come down personally into the fray, and then that's when we get into a time skip where one of Riboku's lieutenants or whatever reports to him that he has to adjust his plans because they failed on the battlefield. They failed on the left wing, Kisui and them. So from there, we get Riboku for about a panel or two. He's looking, not too happy. And then we cut to the ending of the fight where Shin seems to be relatively okay. He seems to be relatively fine. He doesn't seem to have too many battle injuries. Whereas my man Moten is just laid out in a field of dead bodies. Like, Moten put in some work, and unfortunately we didn't get to see it, but he did survive, and they forced the Kisui army to retreat. Now, a couple things can happen from here. Riboku can lose faith and trust in Kisui and assign someone else to personally lead the forces, seeing as how he messed up what should have been, a golden opportunity to just end this entire battlefield. So he might send Kane or Fute over to oversee the battlefield as, put one of them in as a supreme commander of sorts. Or he might just leave Kisui to his own devices and formulate a strategy not involving the Reigen men, seeing as how, like I said, they failed him so many times already. For the Quinn side, I'm hoping that word gets back to Osen and he either already had a strategy and plan for if Mako died, or at the very least, he just sends the remainder of the Haishin unit. Because if you remember, the Shin and Kyokai were only given 800 of their fastest members. So if they're reinforced with the remaining 7,200 that are fresh, never had, haven't really battled since they've gotten to the plains, to the Scarlet Plains. So yeah, if they get the reinforcements of the remainder of the Haishin unit and whatever they call Kyokai's unit, that'll be a really good help to this left side as Moten takes command. But other than that, I don't see too much happening. That's my review for chapter 534. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day, people.